What do you do when he wants sex all the time? That's the question that we're answering today. But first, let me say welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Mary Whitman Ortiz, relationship coach and Christian sex educator. And I love helping couples to create great intimacy in their marriage. So please like, subscribe, share, click that notification bell, and watch a new video every Friday. So we are in the middle of a series, the top 5 sex questions. And this week, it's question number 3, which is, what do I do when he wants sex all the time? So let's think about this a little bit. First of all, just a hint, that is your perception, because you are not in his thoughts, in his head, to know if that is accurate. So whenever we use words like always, never, we get ourselves in a little bit of trouble. So I just want to set this up well for us and let you know that the ultimate idea for couples when it comes to intimacy is that this is a spirit, soul, body oneness. And that takes on many layers and ways to act out. So, what do you need to know to answer the question about he wants sex all the time? Number 1, is it possible that his intimacy needs have all gotten funneled through sex? Now, what do I mean by that? Because we're spirit, soul, and body, and sexual intimacy is one aspect, there's emotional intimacy and mental intimacy and even physical that's non-sexual. So there's so many ways to bond and connect. Now, sexual intimacy does feel a deep need and void, but it's not the only way. And so if sex has been a go-to to satisfy those deep intimacy needs, then the good news is there may be even more for you to consider to fill those needs. At the very least, you will get things in balance so that you realize that there's an ebb and a flow, and both spouses get to enjoy that sexual intimacy experience. Number 2, what do you need to consider? Maybe your husband needs instruction from you on what pleases you, what brings you pleasure, what you desire, what stimulates your desires. Your ideas as a wife that he wants sex all the time, that's all he wants. I can say those words because I've heard that so many times from my clients, but it's usually not the truth. It's usually a misperception. He wants to be close. He's doing what he knows to do to achieve some kind of closeness. A lot of times he's not being selfish by making those requests or those suggestions, but it could be interpreted that he's being selfish, and maybe the wife has not clued him in on what you like, what you don't like. So it's very, very important to bring both sides to the table or to the bed, so to speak. Number 3, you need to be specific on what you want more of and less of. So this question implies that he wants too much sex. So if you don't want that much sex, what do you want? What are your needs? We can get in this framework in our thoughts where we are so against something, we forget. What are we for? And I believe that God made sexual intimacy as a gift to marriage. So it's to be this wonderful experience. And if you are experiencing something different than wonder, then it's time to address it. We don't want that place of frustration to continue. Here are 3 steps for you to do right now. Number 1, talk about it. Number 2, commit to connection. So the goal is to get closer, not just to win an argument. And then number 3, to keep trying new ways to show love, because That is bringing growth and life to your marriage and will be a win, 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 win. All right. If you want some help with this, how do we have that talk? Then I suggest that you get my books. It's a husband's book, it's a wife's book. Why can't I talk to him about sex? Why can't I talk to her about sex? This will give you the prompts that you need to put things into words, to understand maybe why it has been difficult to let your desires fully come alive and be expressed. So check the link below, and I promise you that will be a great resource for your marriage. So thanks so much for joining, and remember, when your marriage thrives, everything in your life thrives.